没事的话下来陪我抽根烟，谢谢。
Sup, Nintendos? Here's another card trick. Could you imagine one day you're in the pearly gates and St. Peter's asking you, hey man, what did you contribute to society? And you say magic tricks? Actually, let's be honest, you're gonna be doing anal in hell with Beelzebub. I'm sure you saw that card trick I posted cleverly on Instagram earlier in the video and you're wondering, wow, what a nice novel trick. Obviously, all using my deck of playing cards, the Missing Piece deck. Available now, linked below. Once they're gone, so make sure to get your hands on a piece of history. Now, this trick does require some color changes and moves that are a little bit difficult, so you do have to train accordingly. And by that, I mean forego any woman that you might have in your life that you're considering to have intercourse with. I say that as if you actually have a woman in your life. Anyways, here's the card trick. So the setup for this is as follows. You're going to take 3 cards at the face of the pack, and you're going to turn them face down. Then you're going to take the second card from the top, and you're going to place it face up. So right now the setup is as follows. Face down, face up, face down, face up. And the main modus operandi in this particular trick is this color change. Now, I don't know the name of it. I know that I've seen it done many times, and I know that I saw a video of it, and I figured it out based on that video. I don't know whose it is. It looks like a Dave and Dan Buck thing. It might be the secret brother that they don't talk about because he's based. But it feels like a Dan and Dave move. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please leave it down below. It's a very nice color change, but it leaves you in a very interesting situation where you have a card in this, I would say, lateral palm. Now, some people might frown at the use of this color change because it leaves you in this palm position. However, this does the entire trick because essentially that palm is what allows you to offload that card, and now you have a face-up deck of cards. So let's go over how to do this. You're going to get a little pinky break right there separating the top 2 cards from the rest of the pack. You're then going to take these 2 cards as one and place them in the middle of the pack. Now, you don't want to do this because then they're going to go, oh, it's a face-up deck and it's hiding underneath a face-down card. He's lying to me. So you want to make sure that that happens as you take this card and place it into the pack. You're going to take it and cover this with your hand and wrist. Now, at this point, to do the color change, I'm going to put pressure with my forefinger underneath the actual pack. So I'm putting upward pressure. I'm then going to come in with my dirty right hand and I'm going to put contact with my middle finger on the upper left corner. Now I'm also going to put pressure with my thumb on that same corner. Now if I put pressure with this finger underneath and my attempt is to palm this card in this lateral palm position, there's a number of things that are going to happen simultaneously. First of all, because of that upward pressure with my forefinger, this card is going to revolve. Now as that card is revolving, notice that this card is pretty much automatically being stolen into this lateral palm position. So here you're working with opposing pressure. That upward pressure is what allows you to get this thumb on this position and keep this card underneath from actually separating from the pack. However, I'm putting pressure with my thumb against the upper left corner and my middle finger is bracing this upper left corner as well. Now there's obviously pressure as well from the upper right corner that's being jammed inside of my palm. Now these fingers underneath are actually separated to allow this card to turn over as the color change is taking place. There's a lot of things happening at the same time with this particular movement. But I think that if you haven't seen a woman naked in any sort of capacity, you're definitely more than capable of performing this. Because just look at it. You're putting upward pressure. You're taking this card underneath. That card is being stolen at the same time that I'm using the middle finger to revolve that card once. And now you're left in this position where you have a card palmed in the right hand and you have the card that's now face up being displayed to the audience. How annoying would it be for this point in the video if you're following along and you have a card in palm and a card outjogged in your deck for me to go and advertise the PigCake Magic Academy? I feel like you'd be very annoyed because, well, if you're following along, now you have to hold these cards. But this is actually a good experiment because this is teaching your fingertips to have the proper strength to hold these cards comfortably. So shut up and listen. The PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be, all for the low price of a single White Claw a month, which in monetary value is $5. $5 a month and you get access to all this content and I'm always uploading. So I'm always uploading new videos to the Academy. If you want to join the Mentalism Academy, that's the price of 2 White Claws a month. You get mentalism-based tricks, but I think it's well worth it and very, very cheap, especially compared to the other services that exist where they upload maybe 2 videos a month and they go, whoa, that's it, I'm so tired. Meanwhile, your boy Piggy is uploading constantly every single week, more videos than you could imagine, and you get access to all those videos. So sign up. Now, traditionally, you're doing this move as a color change of one card to another. So when you actually carry off the change, you're left in this position where the cards are now face up in your palm, and this card is also face up out jog because of the fact that you've changed it. However, in this particular iteration, remember that the top card is face down. So when you actually execute the color change, you're going to have to do a slight adjustment in order to do the actual ending of the routine. And the ending comes as follows. As I take this card and I'm going to remove it from the pack, look what's going on, baby. So I'm going to align the right edge of the pack with the left edge of the card. Now this is taking place where my fingers are actually not going to be part of the process. So the only fingers that are going to be part of the process are the ones in my left hand. Now this is taking place as my hand comes in to remove this card from the pack. The fingertips of the right hand are going to be what pushes that card and aligned it with the actual deck itself. And then I'm just going to reach in. I'm going to separate this card from the pack, revolving it around my middle finger. And now the revelation happens where this card is now suddenly turned face up. So here is the action from the exposed view. We have the color change and then we have the cleanup. And the cleanup is actually a different effect because now we have a separate color change. We could then take and push with our thumb a block of cards, which is going to hide that one face down card, and we could show the deck to have turned face up. And of course the question is, how does a magician turn a deck face up? And we do it with a lot of rigidity. In this case, we do it with the first card, we do it with the second card, and then we show that we managed to turn the entire deck face up in a magical and ridiculous way. Because we don't know what it's like to communicate with other people, so this is how we technically do it, through the magic and art form of card tricks. I'm impregnated with the gay feeling of doing card tricks instead of having normal societal interactions with other human beings. Could you imagine people do that on stage and we're supposed to pretend like they don't look goofy? Honestly, the only people that get away with it are Asians. I think Asians get away with it because they have a swag that we don't have. I say we as if I'm the one that's, I guess, representative of the majority of magicians. But for some reason, the only people that get away with doing stage manipulation and actually having it look somewhat cool are Asians. They're Asians. If you're like a black guy or like a white dude and you're on stage, God forbid you're like a chick. God forbid you're a chick, because you're just going to make it weird, like you do everything.
I see you again, when 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 I see you again.